I don't think it's that you're rusty. I just think that's your joints.
No, I hit the wall with my elbow.
I mean, yeah, but I meant, in general. Old man.
General.
Ugh. Well, hello.
Hello, no viewers. We are no one that matters. Now, welcome to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer Show. If you're unfamiliar with us, that would make apparently everyone.
It's, we took 2 weeks off. So
that is fair.
Getting everyone.
You just gotta give people some time.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just not logged in. I'm gonna pretend like there's like 100 people watching. Man, look at us.
Wait, are we live on Instagram? That's always a concern because that's where most.
We are live. We have a million viewers.
Because that's where, so it doesn't show up in the viewership here, but we can see on Instagram how many people are watching, and holy shit.
Wow.
So
Wow, I found a down feather from the couch. It's going to be a big night.
Instagram is about to go down like Grindr did at the Republican National Convention.
I almost thought you were going to say it went down after like the Ashley Madison breach. Because I saw that again on Netflix as like you should watch this because we were on Daniel's profile and he had fallen asleep.
You know, I love Ashley Madison.
The third time we watched Reptile. We watched that movie so many damn times because Dino kept falling asleep.
Have you seen Reptile?
I have not, no.
Okay, it's Justin Timberlake.
I thought it was a good movie, but
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Like it's already. Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's a good movie.
When he's not getting DUIs, he makes banger flicks. But we tried to watch it, and I kept falling asleep. I made it like 10 minutes into the first one, and then we watched it the next night. I made it like 10 more minutes. It took us like 4 nights to watch the whole movie.
I've watched it 3 times because I can't fall asleep because I'm like, maybe it's different this time. Maybe it's like Inception. Like maybe I'm going to find something else.
Nope.
No, it's not.
No.
So I've watched it 3 times. Very familiar with the
okay,
just Reptile.
Just spoiler alert, and then we'll get back to beer.
No reptiles.
There's not a single lizard in that flick. I thought it was going to be like a lizard person or something.
No
at the
iguana,
No.
nothing.
Oh, well, now I'm out. That was all I was here for.
However,
Me too.
slithery motherfuckers.
Okay. I don't think that counts. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Next Wednesday, we'll do more movie reviews, but on Thursdays, we typically talk about beer. If you're unfamiliar with us, find all of our social medias down at the bottom of the page. Follow along with us. We spend a lot of time on social media. That's probably your easiest way to catch up with us throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the day. So follow along with us there. If you haven't been to our website, make sure you swing through there, please. That's got a good repertoire of all of our past shows. Yeah, it's French.
You didn't quite roll the
That's
R.
I can't. That's
it's not all of our episodes.
Right.
Yeah, you can go back and watch Trader Joe's Red.
Oh my god, that was a fucking shit show.
Go back and watch that.
If you want to go back and watch that one and then come back to like one of our shows,
it's like watching your parents program the remote.
Oh, it was so bad. We had no idea what we were doing.
But now we're obviously really good at it.
Good at it now. Like
and
we have
like a year from now, we're gonna look back at this episode and be like, we had no idea.
Remember that? Yeah. Remember that one time we were bashing our first episode?
Remember when we started with a down feather from the couch?
I think that's fun though.
I agree.
Especially because we had no viewers at that very moment.
More important than our past repertoire is obviously our merch store.
Oh, 100%.
It's probably the easiest way to support the show. You can buy us a beer on the website. You can also buy some merch. So wear a shirt around, and if somebody asks you what the fuck the Wish You Were Beer Show is, tell them you're not sure. It was a gift, but follow along.
Yeah.
Phil, you just cracked a beer. I'm sorry. I'm Daniel that sent me that. Phil.
Like, I'm in. I was like,
if you don't know us yet, I apologize. You probably shouldn't. What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking a Florida beer.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Florida man,
Florida beer.
Bird
it's
shirt.
From Three Sons Brewing. When we did our Budweiser show a few weeks ago, I was like, I really wanted to do Bud Light Lime, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yep.
And tonight I was in the store, and I found this Mexican lager with lime called Viva Mas.
Which means live more.
I believe it means lime beer.
More living, more life.
Vero, you're in the comments. Can you please tell me what this means?
And I also assume, Daniel, you only know what that means because of Taco Bell. Because I feel like they've used that.
You're forgetting about Ricky Martin. So yes, there's a few reasons I know it.
Viva or Mas. It was Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, but no, Liv Moss.
No,
Yeah, but
no.
on all of their sauce packets, they say something that at one point probably said Viva Mas.
Right. One time it gave me advice that wasn't great, and I followed it. It was from their hot packet, and the night did not end well. Not only because of the poor food choice, but I did not live Moss. I lived very little that night. How is that beer? Is it good?
Here's the problem.
Okay. With the beer?
Yeah. I have a problem with it, but it's not a real problem. It's my problem. They're making a good beer.
God, you're so finicky.
This is so good, but I'm so mad it doesn't taste like Bud Light Lime.
That is actually, I need you to put this on Untapped. Like, I need you to check this beer in, and I need you to be like, it's no Bud Light Lime.
The problem is, it tastes like it's made with like fresh limes. Like, it's so good.
Oh yeah, so good.
But it's like what I wanted was that stupid artificial, refreshing bullshit Bud Light Lime that is so fucking good. And this is like such a heavy, delicious lime beer. But I'm so mad about it. But it's so good. I don't want to bash on them. It's a good beer. It's just absolutely not what I want.
So I love this so much.
Yeah. Three Sons, well done.
Yeah, you're no Bud Light
fuck
Lime.
you, but well done.
How dare you not be Bud Light Lime?
Correct.
That real fake crap. It's the spot.
Sometimes you just want the fake crap, you know? Sometimes you just want that like shitty, refreshing, like what we all think is a lime flavor.
I'm a big platinum guy for the same reason.
They were so
I know it's not real platinum. I'm not an idiot.
You don't want a Three Sons Brewing platinum then. That'll throw you off.
When they brew it with real platinum, I'm going to be like, boy, I miss the old days.
Stainless steel.
It's so good though. It is really good.
True story, Dave. New shirt. It's no Bud Light Lime.
God, Dave comes up with the good one.
You guys come here often? We do. We like their stuff. It's no Bud Light Lime, but yeah, we're into it. All right, Tiffany, what are you going to drink?
Oh, I am going with a Virginia beer company, and it is their Terminally Pretty, and it's a Helles lager, and it's delicious.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've had that one.
That one's that's one of their like regular rotation beers, and they bring it like out like every couple of months. They just make a new batch of it. But the merch is really great for that beer as well because it looks very Miami Vice.
It is.
It's one of my favorites.
Every time it comes out, I'm like, all right, well, every time we go to BBC, we need a 4-pack.
Correct.
So.
Because that's all we can afford because no one bought merch.
Let us buy an 8-pack.
We haven't made that. It's no Bud Light Lime shirt yet. That's what.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, that's accurate. That's
a shirt you could wear to any brewery, and everyone would be like, or like, wow.
Yeah, let's make our end of it really small at the bottom so that we just highlight Bud Light instead of our brand. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I think we've done that before.
You guys sent me a beer that I had earlier this week, and it's from a brewery that we're friends with, and I love them. It was so hard for me to rate the beer as low as I did.
Which one was it?
I don't want to say it, but it was
you're gonna hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck.
Super smoky.
Oh yeah. So the Grazie beer that one was super smoky.
Wait, was that
was the Uzafit one?
That was insanely smoky. I was like, nope, I'm out.
Oh, I fucking dig that beer.
So I'm with you, Phil. It just tasted like a campfire, but we had it, and he was like, you know what? I don't know if Phil's ever even tried this type of beer. Let's send it to him. I forgot to warn you, and I apologize. I was going to write like a note in there to be like, FYI, this is an aggressive beer. And I apologize. I just remembered I didn't do that.
I think it was another one of those things where when I looked at it and I was like, I think I was having a nice dinner, and I was just like, oh, this will be a nice little nice beer to have with dinner. And I took a sip and I was like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yes, Kevin, it was the beer.
It is true to the style.
It is very true to the style. Done. It's great, but
it is just like 100% smoked grain versus like a percentage. Is it grain the smoked Brent?
Oh yeah, no.
Well, I
we
don't-
have a beer show. You
I
tell
don't
me
know,
what
man.
makes it a smoked beer.
This is not my first beverage.
That being said,
if you love smoky things like that,
yeah,
Right.
that is for you.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
If you're having a raw steak, I assume that is appropriate.
It's so it cooks in your mouth.
It cooks in your mouth.
And a pack of cigarettes. This is gonna be a good.
Again, I love that fucking beer, obviously. I love it. We pre-show, we stopped by. If you follow our Instagram, we swung by Capstan Bar Brewing down in Hampton and had a beer or two. But one of our favorite food trucks, Pia Aloha, which is a Hawaiian food truck, was there. So we got to go visit them. So we had some dinner. Yeah. Which means I'm drinking Capstan beers because I got a 4-pack of random ones. And Marcus, who's their head brewer, who longtime viewer, first time listener, I don't know how that works. He made a really good session IPA. It's called Galactic Glider. I had 2 of them while I was there. And oh yes, and I'm sorry, Nicole was there as well. Notice I didn't say one of my favorite friends.
Oh no.
Ooh, shit, dog.
One of my favorite friends.
No, but really good session IPA. It's one of my favorites because I love 5% session beers that are just delicious and then not 8%.
Yeah.
So that I can still talk to you.
Marcus is
borderline, but
it's not fucking around.
Rude. Agreed.
Checks out.
Tonight, one of 2 things. We do have a beer news story tonight, which we're going to get to in a second. But I do want to remind everybody that we are going to be playing trivia tonight as well. So if you're familiar with the show, we use Kahoot. Game pen's down at the bottom of the screen there. You can go to the website, or if you have the app, use our game pen. Go ahead and log in, make your team names. Sometimes it's a little wonky. Sometimes it'll kick you out, bring you back in. So best to just get started now.
Yeah.
Before we roll into this beautiful beer news story, which is not about Anheuser-Busch, which is nice.
Yeah.
For the first time.
We've already highlighted Bud Light for a while, so now it's time to switch
Platinum.
to another top 20 brewery in the U.S.
Platinum. All right, let's do beer news. I apologize. Still feels like one of the most legitimate slides ever made. Like
love it.
We're about to let everyone know that a political figure had something bad happen. Like that's how important that feels. Yeah. Luckily, that's not the case.
We don't talk politics
tonight.
So moving along.
You know what? I'm going to turn this show towards politics. No, I'm just kidding. This is a section of the show where we like to pull stories from the news that are beer related or beer adjacent related. And we haven't done this one in a while. We kind of pick and choose when we do it, but there was a story that came across about Athletic Brewing, which is a non-alcoholic brand that I thought was pretty important. And by I thought was pretty important, Tiffany and Phil thought it was pretty important, and I didn't read it. So Tiffany's going to talk about it.
Okay. All right. So the youngins out there who are over the age of 21, but still like maybe 97 was the year they were born. So the Gen Zers are very much so into the sober curious and or complete. Like
sober curious is the
boring.
Well, my thing was I was like, well, we lived through what 9/11, like 08. We lived through
what happened in 08.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying, like a lot of shit has happened in like pretty important timelines for us. Like that's why I drink, and that's fine. I don't have a problem.
Vietnam.
Yeah, lived through that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the straight edge, basically, that we called it in like the early aughts, the early aughts. Movement is coming back. So a lot of like sober people, Athletic Brewing has 100% capitalized on that. They are one of the top 20 breweries of like alcoholic or non. And
which is a weird moniker.
Correct.
Like they're in the top 20
and they started
breweries
in
the
like
United States.
2018. So like it's not like they've been doing this forever. Again, they've really capitalized on this movement. So anyway, before this $50 million investment from a hedge fund, They were estimated to be about a $400 million company. With this, they've doubled to $800 million because now they have a San Diego location as well.
They took a spot from Ballast Point.
Well, Ballast, they had left that, so
Right.
they were like the previous owner. So it's set up for like massive brewing. Anyway, they took this spot, and now they basically can do the entire United States.
So it's not just Debbie Does Dallas anymore. Athletic Brewing
It was
is doing
Connecticut,
the entire United
I believe.
States.
But yeah. Anyway, just a crazy thing that just in the last 7 years, 8 years,
That's a big brand to build that fast.
So super impressive.
Phil, did you read this story?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I read like 8 other stories because I forgot what site I had sent everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I've missed something from this particular one.
No, I always just like to talk about kind of the general idea of like, I still think it's crazy that they've made non-alcoholic like cool.
Right?
Yep.
And that was something like, and I think it was the right time in the sense of like our generation like grew up making fun of non-alcoholic beers. Like
Still do.
Yeah.
Someone had O'Doul's in their fridge, you just laugh.
You're like,
Or like I just remember like, I have a friend whose parents like they drank O'Doul's, and it was always just like, so what O'Doul's is in here? It's like it was like either amber or something or some other garbage. So it's just wild to me that they were able to take something and make it almost to the point where when you're having it, people look at you and go, "Oh, is that one of those athletic beers?" Like it becomes this thing where like you're not the weird person for not drinking. You're actually people. It's a conversation starter. In a sense.
Yeah,
it's weird.
And I will say their beers or their non-beers, whatever you want to call
them.
They're
good.
They're good.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Like they've really got the right equipment and the right like recipes, and like they've really nailed it.
For me, it's just like high school again, though. I gotta not drink alcohol and pretend I'm drunk to be cool in front of the other kids, and I've already done that. I'm just gonna get drunk for real now because I can.
I'm with Nicole. I'm just gonna drink the calories and I'm gonna enjoy myself because again I've lived through a lot of shit.
Oh my god, you were in Vietnam. What shit did you live through?
I mean,
again, Vietnam is the moniker.
Both
were you in Vietnam? Then you lived through nothing.
Neither were you. So your joints hurt for nothing.
And they've also capitalized on I think the name alone is worth most of this money.
Yeah.
Like
and I think
what about like the people who are like Ozempic and like trying to like
do, 100%. This is an option for them now.
Sorry.
I think it's interesting for me. So it's obviously a business brand is going to capitalize on whatever is prevalent in the market, and they have people projecting that are very good at that. It doesn't surprise me that they've done really well or that they've capitalized on non-alcoholic with the Gen Zers, with everybody else. That's to be expected if you're even calculating trends from a business standpoint. What I think is interesting is how much they've partnered with actual breweries. So you go into any brewery that doesn't make their own NA, there's an athletic can there available.
Yep.
And you get it for dirt cheap through the brewery. They're distroing heavily.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea. It's a beautiful business model for like, great. We're going to have 4 people that come into this brewery. 3 of them drink, 1 of them doesn't.
Yeah. Well, now you can have like, your friend who maybe is sober or whatever, or just trying not to drink that day.
That's not our friends.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure
we've lived through some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a damn beer, and if you judge me, that's on you.
Kiss my ass, Mom.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, proud of Athletic. It's awesome that they are growing at this level, and with this investment have doubled.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Their potential. So that's all.
I'll send them a shirt. Congrats.
Well, it's not Bud Light.
Exactly. Athletic Brewing. It's no Bud Light Lime. Well done. I got 10. If you want to find out more about Athletic Brewing, go to our website. We did a whole show on non-alcoholic beers. Athletic Brewing was one of them. We highlighted a couple of their beers. It's on our long list of repertoire.
Yeah.
Again, I still don't think that's an
I was
appropriate
the
term
only
for
one
this, but
that did dry January.
yeah, super proud of you. You've been through some shit.
I have. That was another one of the bullets I
You know
had
who doesn't
to
dry
list.
January? People that
You were so fun during that dry January.
Oh yeah, she was a hoot nanny.
It was a lot of fun.
You just got a lot of work, Tiffany, which usually stops between 5 and 7
A
p.m.
lot of work, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Boy,
and
you know who
she's-
sounds like fun? Work, Tiffany.
She's not. She is not.
Tell me about your travel plans. Exactly.
I don't want
It's
to.
the worst.
It's more because I'm like, by the way, I'm not going to be here.
Even
that
the
day.
fucking dog left as soon as we mentioned Tiffany work. Tiffany was like, "Fuck, I'm out."
No, he's still there. Don't lie to the internet.
He's just black as night. I can't see him. I don't have my glasses on. He's probably still there. I think he left.
So we were gonna do trivia tonight.
No, we still should.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still are.
Yeah. It's
Well, who do we do it through?
Kahoot.
Oh wow. What's the website?
Kahoot.it.
Okay. Can they get it on the app?
They can.
All right.
KAHOOT exclamation point.
Woo.
Look at me.
Girl. William T. Woody Jr. I love seeing your full Puritan name down there, Woody. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
So many W's.
We've
All right,
got
so-
we got 2 people in so far, so let's
Two
go.
people, you losers.
Come on, man. This is a fun thing.
Go to Kahoot,
It's
Never
fun
know,
for
we
us.
might give away a prize. We're not going to, but we might.
but
I
we're
don't
not,
know. Maybe,
right?
Maybe.
But we're not.
Okay, but we're not. I'm just want to clarify because we're going to talk about it for the
I'm
show.
gonna give away a prize.
We're not getting. You can't do that.
We got 3 people.
Can't be sending people feet pictures. All right. Go to Kahoot.it, put in our game pen. We are going to start trivia here soon. You can join at any time, and trust me, no one gets all of them right. So join at any time. You could win on the last damn question because the last question's worth 3 times more points. We make the rules, and we get to do whatever we want.
It's okay.
Let's go.
And I think, oh yeah. Hey, you can't hear me on those slides, right? It's just the intro and the outro.
I heard everything you said.
God damn it.
Fuck you.
Okay, my bad. Listen, I think you're great. I didn't mean what I said.
Ah, Brogert's back.
Brogert. All right, so far we got it's huge ass.
Ah,
Speaking
you
of
ask our
trivia
last
winners,
guest?
He's ready for another.
yeah, and we got
I'm sorry, they. I shouldn't misgender
Brogert.
this individual. We don't know.
Brogert brews.
Yeah.
So many reasons to drink. I had to
I love
really
it.
read that one slow.
Yeah, that's like one of those license plates that you're sitting behind and going, I know this.
Let me, as if I multiply B times ear.
and pie.
Ah, shit. Let me a beer. 1,000% sober. Burt Reynolds. God, that's gold.
Oh,
Burt Reynolds is gold. All right. So Kahoot works the same way it always does. You get points for getting the right answer, and you get points for getting the answer correctly the quickest. Go with your gut. Don't dibble and dabble around. Don't be dipping and dapping. And if you don't know what's happening, just go with your gut.
yeah, there's
Pick-
no negative points. So
Thank you.
But you might get a prize.
And you get extra points if you're completely wrong.
Nope, you do not.
No?
No, you should be right.
I feel like I should know how this works by now.
I love that this is also what I originally read. I was like, raisins.
So many raisins.
100% where I was like, so many raisins. I was like, nature's candy.
what's the theme of tonight's trivia?
So technically,
America.
well, technically we missed our 4th of July show. 4th of July fell on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we had to miss last week for a litany of different reasons. So this is technically our America show. It's 4th of July.
July.
This is all about,
America.
I just want to see how long I could pause before people thought we froze.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
thanks for fucking that one
Well,
up.
you were like in the middle of burping quietly, so I was like, I'll save you.
Damn it.
I got your back, man.
So it's
But
all about America
sorry.
and all about beer. And there's not a single Anheuser-Busch question.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's get it.
woohoo!
Let's get Star Spangled Hammer. Phil, I look forward to that every time, by the way, because I have no idea what you put in there.
It's my favorite.
All right. What was the most purchased beer on July 4th, 2023 in America? Modelo, Coors Light. Oh, sorry. Bud Light, Budweiser. There are some Bud Light, Budweiser.
Now it's a true or false. 2 options.
This is how much I love America. It absolutely was Modelo.
It throws me off every time of how popular Modelo is.
I mean, it's a good
Boy,
beer.
Carol, that seems arrogant. Hello from beautiful. Boy, how do you feel about yourself?
Love you, Mom.
No, it is a stellar beer, but I just love the idea that America's birthday, and we're just build a wall out of a Modelo. Well, it's gonna be hard to get here with the wall and shit.
But we don't talk politics here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just talking. So, are you guys not familiar with the wall? That's not political. I mean, it's a real thing.
80% of drugs are smuggled in through the actual.
Oh, whatever.
All right, next question.
It is Modelo. Drink Modelo. It's a delicious beer.
Which one?
Oh,
Which version
you
of
got
Modelo?
that right? Burnt Reynolds. You really let me down on that one because I thought for sure you had that. My money's on Burnt Reynolds, and I don't care who knows it.
That's fine.
I don't care. Burnt Reynolds is
It's
coming
only
up.
because we saw Richard Gere.
4th of July week is the peak of beer sales in the United States. True or false?
Oh, 50-50 here.
Oh, it is 100%
a true or false.
Good Lord. And not only is it the peak of beer sales, it is astronomically higher than every other month in the calendar. Like it is
like July
crazy.
in general is just the highest.
July in general is the highest. I mean, granted, it's summer across most of the United States. At that, it's not just July 4th.
It's actually olive because of the northern hemisphere. I apologize.
Trust me, if you want to go to summer in Maine, let me know how it goes. Like, bring a jacket. It's not summer.
What I'm intrigued by the people who thought this was false. What holiday or what day they think would be?
It's either Thanksgiving or
I was gonna
Christmas
say-
because of family, or New Year's because of celebrating.
I
But
just
that
feel
could be more champagne.
Thanksgiving is more like wine based, or like
Depends on
Well,
what kind of family you come
enjoy
from.
your northern family, Phil. There's no wine at Thanksgiving in my house. Who can afford that shit?
We had a healthy mix of both, and then we I think
look, I bought a $5 bottle of wine tonight. It's no Bud Light Lime.
No, it's no Bud Light Lime. That's just my intro into the family when I bring a $5 box of wine. It's no Bud Light Lime. I get it.
You're trying to stay regular with all the food you're about to eat, so you got to cancel it out.
No, but I mean, I think any holiday could go that way.
There you go.
Really.
Burnt Reynolds is
Burnt Reynolds
They got
on
that
the
one.
rise. Watch out, Sally Fields. Here comes Burnt Reynolds.
Did you have any more information about that one, Daniel?
No. I wrote this 2 weeks ago. So there's very little information I have about any of these because I've already disposed of it.
Checks out.
However, the next one I got a lot of information about, actually. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington ensured each of his soldiers received how much beer per day?
Each shoulder?
Oh, every shoulder got
So you got
multiple.
two shoulders, and
How much
that's
beer can you hold on a shoulder?
depends on who you ask.
Depends on how much of this load I'm carrying. Again, I don't know what that means. Correct. It is a quart of beer. This is my favorite. I like this question because it reminds me of that SNL sketch with the comedian who was like, we shall measure things in liters, but only certain things, and then the rest. What's a fucking quart of beer? Who knows that? That's not a measurement we use for beer anymore.
Which we
So,
should.
Isn't it 4 pints?
Bonus question. Who in the chat can tell me how many beers a quart of beer is with modern pouring
A
standards?
12-ounce beer or a 16-ounce?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
How
you're
many
measuring
ounces are in a quart?
pints or ounces or quarts? The fuck are we doing?
We shall
Look,
know.
how many Bud Light Limes fit in a quart? That's what we want to know.
A quart of beer is almost 2 16-ounce beers. So
So
it's
2 pints.
it's 2 decent beers, which is not too shabby.
Only 2
Sorry,
beers a
we're
day,
not
though.
we're not a
And
political show.
Those were a low ABV at the time.
Yeah, because there wasn't good water. Like
Yeah, but now it's like, oh great, I'm hydrating.
Can you imagine walking through
I'm
Yorktown?
fucking fighting
in
other
July?
guys in red coats, and now I gotta just only have 2
I'm
glasses of
often the
water.
bushes peeing every 5 seconds because I've had so much of this freaking beer.
Redcoats is actually a misconception. I'll give you a history lesson later about how that worked.
Listen, I grew up in America.
Oh wait, damn it! I thought that was
well,
next to
of
Burnt
course
Reynolds.
they're
I'm sorry.
winning. They're 1,000% sober.
I saw a fire next to a name, and I was like, Burnt Reynolds, you son of a bitch! Smokey and or the Bandit.
No, that's why they're getting things right. Is they're 1,000% sober.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Enjoy your intelligence.
Yeah, great. Let me know how that goes.
It's fine. It's fine. Next
Quiz.
one.
The first colonial brewery was established 1632 in what state? Virginia, Massachusetts, New York, or Delaware?
Colonial foot soldier.
Well, nobody got this. Fuck.
Oh, no one did get it right.
Yeah, it was. It was in New York, which I also didn't expect. But the more I think about it, a bunch of British guys coming into Virginia, and they're like, "Well, we'll stick with the tea." And then New York opened up, and they're like, "Well,
they're like, well, they dumped the tea. That was actually after 1632.
yeah,
But it's fine. It was Northerners are just fucking tired of tea, and they've been tired of tea for a very long time.
Trey, are you Burnt Reynolds? I need to know this. Sorry. Yeah, but I did not expect New York in that situation. And if you actually look up colonial breweries, there's a really fun story with why it relates to New York and how far that even goes before it was there in New York. It was a great rabbit hole read that I'm not going to bore everyone with. Oh, wait. Trey is 100%.
That's 1,000%.
1,000%. Oh, wait.
I'm glad that we read that.
Thank you.
Fun. That's fun.
All right. Let's see how Burnt Reynolds is doing now that I know it's Trey, because I need him to win.
No, he's the 1,000% sober.
Oh, no, he is not sober.
Well, I mean, that's what he just said.
No.
It's percent.
He said, I'm on fire. I said, Trey, tell me you're Burnt Reynolds. He said 1,000%.
He said, no, I'm on fire. And he's literally...
Oh, fuck. Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop telling us about it.
I saw, I don't know if it was like a tweet or a meme or whatever, but on the internet, I saw something about like, I really thought Stop, Drop, and Roll was going to be like a legitimate thing.
Yeah, I thought I would be on fire way more.
Between that.
How many times we learned about it.
Or quicksand. Like, I was terrified of quicksand. Never encountered it in my entire life.
I have.
Oh, actually on the river, that like
that silt mud bottom of the river.
Yeah, we were paddleboarding.
That is quicksand.
And I was like, oh, let me rinse off. Nope. Immediately grossed out.
She screamed like a river monster got her. And I was like, are you okay? And she's like, my feet touched the bottom.
It was silty and it sunk. It was quicksand, man. It was
nothing worse than feet touching the bottom of any sort of river or lake.
People pay money for that shit.
Yeah,
you can scoop that mud out.
It could be the crabs we saw earlier,
it's
or
just
like
your normal crab.
Fish.
Just Daniel's
people like sticking their whole arms in things and pulling out monsters.
Trey,
that could have been my fit. Like,
you
what?
have hurt me today.
All
right, what's next? True or false? In 1862, Lincoln instituted a tax on beer to help finance the government during the Civil War. I don't think that's Lincoln at all.
That's what's happening, by the way.
Thank you for
the sound effects.
Yeah.
It's true.
That is true. If there's one thing, not a political show, that the government does well, especially here in Virginia, they segregate alcohol sales for hard liquor, beer, everything else. Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. You're welcome. But one thing they do well is tax alcohol. It's the same thing that'll eventually happen to marijuana once they push it through all 50 states. Is we'll figure out there's 50 states, right?
There are. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
we're not counting those territories we took over.
Or DC. Sorry,
they don't count.
Yeah.
But once they figure out how to tax it, they'll make a shit ton of money on it. They'll use it to fuel anything they want. And beer was a big one at the time of the Civil War. Everybody wanted it. Everyone needed it. Everyone really went through some shit and needed it. That's why Gen Z doesn't understand it. What have you been through? The housing collapse that your parents were involved in?
Right. They haven't.
I can read a book.
Right. That's what my point was.
Yeah.
We're not Gen Z. They've lived through COVID, and that's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, us too, man. Jesus.
Well, I hope they're okay.
And my mother's watching, and she's like, sweetheart.
I hope they had time to get their 8 hours of work in for the week.
Oh, God.
Sorry. All right, that's it.
Couldn't possibly work over 40 hours. Oh, don't worry. I'll just do it.
Look, William T. Woody Jr. the fourth going down a rabbit hole. Cannabis not taxed. Commercial cannabis is taxed. For those states, they have passports.
Yeah. No, he's not wrong. So any state that is only medical and not for recreational, there is no tax money coming in.
Oh my God, there is definitely tax money coming in because you have to have a physical location, which means you're paying state taxes.
But that is a location.
Read a business book.
Next question.
Boy, Burt Reynolds is real. Burt Reynolds, identify yourself. Sorry. Okay.
Last chance.
All right. Last question.
This is for all the nothing.
This is for all the chicken nuggets. Americans spend an estimated how much on beer during the 4th of July holiday?
This was the last question we had been drinking.
729 million, 828 million, a billion.
Oh,
a fucking billion.
That was Burt Reynolds. They might have taken the lead.
It is.
We don't know this.
No.
It's Schrodinger's cat right now. Don't ruin it.
100%.
That's
Burt
the
Reynolds.
second one. That's the second time today. I think Nicole, who was with you, the other one. Yeah.
So,
Nicole Scherzinger.
Just think about this. On the 4th of July holiday, Americans spend $1 billion on beer.
Do they spend on fireworks?
It doesn't matter. $1 billion on beer. And we're like, and Lincoln was like, you know what we should do? We should fucking tax beer, bro. We can fund the whole war. It's like, I had no idea.
Between removing the pockets of women's clothing and taxing beer, look at how much money we can save.
Think of the material.
It was actually World War II.
Who won this?
I hope it's Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. You son of a bitch.
At least their podium. There you go.
Oh, Jamaica's got a bobsled team.
Yeah,
that's good third place. Trey, you son of a bitch.
Killed it.
You American history buff. You know what you won? Next time I see you, I'll buy you a beer.
Yep.
Good deal.
And I'll cheers you. Cheers.
But you don't get to look at her while she does.
What?
I make the rules here.
No, you do not. I am my own person, despite what may be happening.
Phil.
Yeah.
We got 9 minutes. What do you want to do next?
Are you thinking what I'm
doing? No. I'm not thinking about anything. I want to know what you want to do.
Whenever we have extra time.
Do you want to play a video of you falling out of a hammock? Would you like to do something show-oriented? Would you like to play the whole Oktoberfest sound clip you have? Really, we can do anything we want.
Don't tempt me.
I know.
You do you, boo.
I just want you to know this is an open platform right now.
You have
all right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here.
It's going to be you.
He doesn't have any clips of me.
I'm 100% sure he does.
He's got a clip of him.
Break out your Zippos or get your Bic lighters. Get your parents' lighters if you don't smoke. I don't care where you get them from. You just need to have a lighter.
Checks out.
Thursday shirt.
Checks out.
With the industrial.
Yeah. Those are different times. Much like Gen Z, I've been through some shit.
No, Gen Z hasn't been through shit, and that's why they're trying to be sober.
That was sarcastic. Obviously, I've never been through some shit. Did you see that video?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pre-2008 and all the other shit.
That deserves an awkward round of applause from who may be a pedophile or not. He's a friend of ours, but I don't think he is. He has children now.
Can't live near schools, though.
No, he definitely can't.
Well, I have this. What the hell happened to it?
What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
right, now we're gonna close.
That's one of my favorite
love
videos
that.
ever made, by the way.
I also love at the very end, Daniel, you can hear your voice talking about how we need to get a close up of
You gotta
something.
get a close up of Patrick in this. This is gonna be gold.
And it's so you sound so professional. All right, we've done that. Yeah, now we got to get a close up.
By the way, that's how Daniel directs a lot of our Instagram, and that's why most of the time the photo is me going like, because I'm just like giving up at this point, and I'm like, whatever you want to post on the internet is
No,
fine.
it's because I take one picture and you go, ew.
Nope.
I don't want to show my shoulders in this shot. Let me get my jacket.
No.
Do you guys, is that
It's
what you
more
want
of
to
a
do?
like, by the way, I was slouching and I'm over the age of 30, so my rolls are
You're over the
showing.
age of 30. Live it up.
Yeah.
We're
Me
gonna do this
drinking
again
beers living. What?
next week, aren't we?
What?
We're gonna do this again next week.
We got to talk about it after the show. I don't know.
Well, next. I mean, if we're doing one next week, potentially.
Let's do one.
We can do one next week. But the week after, I don't know.
We'll find out. But next week,
Tiffany is traveling.
we should have some. Well, if one of you is traveling, we can always. We have the same beer next
It's
week
fine.
potentially.
Oh, that's right. You
Oh,
sent some
yeah.
beer. Yeah.
Because
Excuse
I
me.
was able to send y'all some beers.
We found some beer.
We discovered some.
So there's something in there that I think we should maybe do, and we'll talk about it. But I think it could be a fun show next week.
Nice.
If it's what we want to do, and if start watching your Saturday morning cartoons is all.
It is what we want to do, and I'm interested.
Is it Doug? Can we?
Is
please-
it Doug?
Can we please talk
While
about?
we're and on trivia, start thinking about your Saturday morning cartoons from our generation, not that.
Not Gen Z.
Yeah, I don't even know what they watch.
They know Ed, and Eddie in this shit.
It ain't
Dog?
Garfield and Friends. Tell you
Take
that.
your lasagna, shove it up your ass. Yeah, I hate Mondays too. That's not new, Garfield.
What
Everyone.
was the other one? It was Garfield, but then he had the one where they went to the farm. But was that the Friends, or did that
Oh,
No,
one?
that was the movie Babe.
That was Babe.
Because there was always an episode of Garfield, and then there was an episode of something on the farm. But do you remember was the farm? Did it have its own name, or was that?
No, it had its own name. No,
God, this could be a trivia.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. And
Yes.
I can't place it.
I know. It was great.
It is. It's Garfield and Friends.
Yeah, so it's just the friends part. That was
Right.
the
Yeah.
So, but it's weird because they're not Garfield's friends because Garfield does not enter that world.
He doesn't leave the fucking house. He's a lazy
No.
piece of shit.
So
Yeah,
who-
but he's
who
like
are
in
these
the
friends?
window, and he's like, "Oh, must be difficult out there for you."
No.
Monday.
It's a movie about the farm. You know,
Can we do a whole episode on Garfield? Because I feel like I got serious concerns about John, his owner.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
you just kind of work and live alone.
What about Odie?
yeah. And as the older I get, the more I relate to John. So
That's why I would do a whole show
I
on it.
mean,
It
look
might
at
be
the shirt.
therapeutic.
this is a John shirt.
Oh no!
If you had a newspaper and a cat eating lasagna and shitting on a dog in the background, I'd be like, Phil's John.
Yeah.
I love that character.
So yeah, next week let's do that beer then.
Yeah.
We'll put it out in there and tell everyone what it is. But I'm excited to have the same beer as you guys. It's been a while.
That is fun. Yeah.
And
So join us next Thursday. We'll do this again, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you follow along. Honestly, social media is the easiest way to find us throughout the week and throughout our regular lives. You can see where we're having beer or not having beer or arguing about Garfield.
Or Doug.
Basic,
Bring
or
up Doug.
Doug. Or
And
hang on
Skeeter
Mr. Cooper.
And Miss. It's fine.
Can
All
we
right.
can we
see
get
y'all next week.
can we get Mark Curry on
Patty
the show?
mayonnaise.
Patty mayonnaise is a sexual reference, and Doug was not a cartoon for children. It was for
Y'all watch
adults.
Recess. That was probably the end of my.
Quail Man.
I freaking loved Recess.
Recess. God.
That's how the theme song went.